deepest part of Codorniu, 20 meters on the ground. The perfect place to be in summer, especially the last one, especially if it's 3:30 in the afternoon. And in winter as well, because it's always the same temperature, between 15, 17 degrees all the year. This is one of the perfect conditions for making our cavas. Also, what we have here, it's the humidity, about 65, 70% of humidity, and also the light. This is the maximum light level that we can have in a cava, in a cellar. So we know artificial light or sunlight is not good for cavas or wines. That's why we also have these darker colors in the bottle and this low light level of light. And also, the other romantical thing that we have here in a cava, it's the silence. Cava is always a very quiet place. When I was a kid, my parents, to explain me how cava was made, they used to say that cava is like a pregnancy. It needs 9 months, actually, a lot of love, a lot of patience, because someday you will wake up and have bubbles. This is how they told me, and well, main idea. Later on we can talk about the autolysis and the yeast, but this is the main idea. And all these conditions is what we find here in a real cave. This floor, where we are right now, was made by hand, by digging. In fact, we can see marks on the walls of the tools that they were using. And with candles, because it was not electricity. It was the end of the 19th century. It took about 35 years to build all this floor, and more than 1,000 people working here. If we put just this floor, like in a line, all together, it's about 3 kilometers. All together, like the 3 more levels up and the lateral where the new production part is and was made by machine, all together, it's about 30 kilometers of underground galleries. This is like a city underground. That's why all the cavas have names, like street names. This way, nobody gets lost, and they know exactly where to put or remove the bottle each time of the process. For example, this one, you can see it over there, number 1, Cava de Montserrat. Why? Because now this cava was built towards Montserrat Mountains. Later, during the trade tour, we are going to pass through a cava called Cava Roura. Roura means oak in Catalan. At that moment, we will be under the oak of the reception of Codorniu. So, as I said, like a city map, so they know where we are in the underground part of the galleries. And when they had to send the bottles downstairs to do the second fermentation and the aging, in the old days, they used to use this kind of elevator here. Let's go with this way. This is it, a very trendy elevator. 6 bottles per bottle, or 6 bottles per basket, by the way. And here was always a person ready to put these bottles in that line. At the end of the line, another person used to pick up the bottles and put it in horizontal position, rima position, for making this second fermentation and the aging. So this is how they worked in the past when they don't have the machines that we have nowadays. So let's go this way.